Social media listening that we usually say is social listening is a solution that collects real-time consumer conversation from online channels and brand communications from all the social networks like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, forums, blogs, and also online news. Everywhere the consumer can talk and discuss so that the brand can understand what's happening with the brands, what are consumers talking about, and then they understand the trends of consumer behavior and need so that they can create more products, a better product that fit the market, and also have timely reaction to any risk or crisis may happen to the brands on social media. That's the very big power of social listening. And why the world is embracing social media, and as you know, it's a platform of huge consumer are on. They're talking every day, they expose all opinions about the products, about the brands, they expose more and more behavior and what they really need now. So with this big platform with consumer, definitely the brands need to listen and understand. So before we talk about the status of social listening in Vietnam as well as in global scale, let's talk first about marketing in general, in the broad meaning. So marketing is everything is about 4 P's like products, price, place, and promotion. So marketing put a focus very heavily on 3 factors: brands, consumer, and marketing communications. So brands want to understand everything about that 3 factors when they do marketing, right? So for brands and communications, how social listening have for brands? They want to understand how their brands are performing on all digital channels, including brand health. They want to detect any risk so that they can prevent it. About consumer, that's a big topic. All the brands, especially big brands, they have CMI department, which means consumer and marketing intelligence. They need to have insight about consumer everywhere, every time before do any planning for marketing communications. The third one is about communication. So every time they do campaigns and marketing communication, they need to understand the effectiveness of the campaign. Does it achieve the goal? Does it achieve the objective, right? So measure and understand the objective and have deep insight about consumer before doing any communication is crucial for success of marketing. The natures of using social listening in the world is very different from Vietnam. The thing is that they are focusing on monitoring, which means they have a platform for all the agency and brand to use and monitor to see what's happening. And the brand and the agency have to analyze the content themselves. They going more in the term we say is a digital management platform, DMP. So they embed social data into DMP so that all the advertising campaign can target the right people at the right time and it's more effective. The thing is that in Vietnam, we focus very much on deep consumer insight in research. And in Southeast Asia, the focus still put on monitoring dashboard. Practically, right now in Vietnam, the most popular services applying social listening is, the first one is monitoring. We have brands and clients to monitor all the possible risks and opportunities for their brands and products on social media to help them protect and have timely reactions. But beyond that, we also have the client to build policy process in social reaction, social response, so they can manage the crisis. The second is about research. We conduct a lot of category research, consumer research, including very new products that we have the client is social customer behavior portrait that help the brand understand different portraits, different segments of consumer on social media. And for all the planning of marketing communication, we have a lot of requests from agency as well as brands to get understanding of consumer in the category. And the third one is engaging. All the brands need to find a way to build their brand love, brand advocacy, and engage emotionally with consumer on social media. So they want to identify what they are talking about now, where they are now, and that's the place that social listening helps them. Corporate communication are using social listening to monitor risk, to protect their brand reputations from social media crisis. The second is about product marketing. They want to monitor customer feedback about the campaign and the products understand how people react to all the benefit of products. In understanding, we can have two kinds of brands. One is B2B corporations and one is B2C or consumer brands. So consumer brands, they need much more research about consumer insight. They want to understand consumer trends, they want to understand consumer behavior, and their usage and attitude toward the brand and the products and the competitors. For B2B brands, they usually just want to monitor the industry and the competitors to understand what is going on with them and is there any risk or any opportunities. In the third step is engaging in converting. Usually now the industry that have high value products or lifetime consumer, for example like finance, banking, real estate, medical services and hospitality. They have a huge need of engaging and finding potential customer on social media, and that's the place that social analytics play the role and help them. If we talk about example of how social listening help some brands, there's various examples, but I can say two examples that's typical. One is the crisis prevention. So many brands we have, including real estate, banking, consumer product, have been using and detecting everyday crisis from consumer and from community to solve. I cannot tell the name now, but it's a lot. The second example is very good is that there's a nutrition global brand in Vietnam. They have been watching consumer talk about that category is food. And very surprisingly, they see the trend of consumer in the middle of Vietnam is talking a lot and rising about the product, so that they make a decision to distribute more product in that area and they make good success. So that example shows that it's not just about brand, it's not just about communication, but it's about sales and distribution. You can detect the market need from the region, from the area in the country. So let's see in the three directions. Dashboard and tools still be the key for the brand agency to use. The second is about research. So social listening research is very different from traditional research. Brands will need more in-depth about consumer insight and especially about trends. They want to understand how the consumer are behaving and what is the change in psychology. To capture that, the brand is focusing on how to create innovative communications. So everything is about creating innovative content for the brands. The third one is very important, is the futures. It's not just about marketing brands. It's not just about marketing trendy topics in social media. It's about data integration to other systems or tools to help the brand to engage with consumer. In this area is about data-driven marketing, about one-to-one customer experience. The brand need to find out what actually the relevant content and topic now the consumer really passionate about, and what is the pain point for consumer so that they can solve the problem for consumer, and find where they are now on social media so that they can engage with them at the right time, at the right place, with the right content. So data integration is crucial. We can integrate social content with CRM for marketing automation so that the brands can design a lot of workflow and tools to engage consumer, not just on social media, but also understand and engage with them through all the other channels like call center, like email marketing, everywhere. So as you see, data is the key for the future. The question is how to use social listening effectively for the future is more important. It's not just about tool and data, but more crucially is about people. They need to be able to have the skill to read data, see in trends, and especially have the agency to have good research methodology so that they can convert a big raw data from social media into useful insight for their communication. That's the key.